Right, I'm currently at home and I'm going to see my friend John this morning to buy his Bmw 435D Xdrive convertible. It's a proper nice day, so I'll 100% be getting the roof down today. And I mentioned in a previous video that my friend John has got a clothing business. He sells like designer brands, and I've managed to get him to give us an item of clothing to give away in the Planet of Dreams competition. So look out near the end of the video where I'll talk a bit more about that. So we're gonna have a free competition in this video as well. I might even try and blag a little t-shirt out of him when I get there. We'll see, but the core of the video is obviously going to be about the 435D, not the 335D, 435D Xdrive, and yeah, should be quite a cool car. So I want to get a lift there, and I might just greet you with some cinematics, either of his clothing or the car. We'll see, but I'll see you in a bit, alright?
Posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in. Yeah, you got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus.
For that link up in person. Text me to fall through a murder, she wrote it. Still up with courage, you're doing a service. Pull up to the crib, I'm equipped with the brush strokes. Cutthroat from the low where no love goes. Women buddy like it's been that. Wanna fuck me looking at the bill stack. Off the bubbly buddy, I've been stressed out. Let the smoke scream from my chest out. Niggas laced up, I really hate love from a stranger. Shit is fake, so I'm taking it worldwide. Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be. Say it loud, but I mean it too, yeah. Talk that good when you talk to me. Say it nice and I give it to you. You know my word is bond, yeah. What we on now is wild, shit a trip. Life is lit, take a breath.
On camera, that's a seriously impressive roof, isn't it? Looks much better with the roof down though, doesn't it? Yeah, thumbs up from me. Bit annoying, my camera keeps playing up. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to be alright for this video. So yeah, I was just in a village called Silso, and I just went for a little drive in the corner of this sort of industrial estate here. Bit of a random location, and I thought this is a nice spot, nice and quiet. Despite I did just see a few little petrol heads pull up in a couple of nice cars. I got a shot of them as they drove off, actually. Include that in the video. They're a sound bunch of guys. They watch the channel as well. It's good to see them. But anyway, Bmw 435D Xdrive, yeah, it's got an M Performance kit on it. It's a nice day to have a car like this on the channel. Like, I've got a convertible on the channel. I'm going to drive this car in a bit with the roof down and give it large, like I'm, I don't know, up to no good. My screen's gone off again. Hopefully when my screen goes off, my camera doesn't stop recording. It looks like it's all right, but yeah, it's got the M Performance kit on it, which consists of the front splitter, side skirts, rear diffuser there. Quite a nice thing, isn't it? Looks really good. 66 plate car, 2016. Pretty sure they facelifted them in 2017, but as far as I know, they sort of made subtle changes throughout the whole time that they made the 4 Series and the 3 Series. So this has got the later infotainment system in it, which I kind of wish my M6 had that. Bit annoying. If anyone can update my M6 one to match this, that would be amazing. I'm not sure if it's a hardware thing, but if it is a software thing, I'd love to get that done. It's got these bigger, like, upgraded wheels. What size are they? 20-inch wheels. Couple of little marks on them, but they do look good on the car, don't they? It's obviously an M Sport car as well, so spec wise and looks and everything, it's got it all going for it. On the interior, I've got this sort of, is it ivory grey cream sort of coloured interior with these scarf heaters for your neck in the winter. That's why this car is quite a good all-rounder. I did just say this on my Insta story. You know, all year round, this is a great car. It's a 4-seater. Has it got a middle seat in the back? Is it 5? No, it's a 4-seater. It's got a solid roof, which I think adds about 200 kilos to the weight of the car over a normal 4 Series. It actually looks proper nice with the roof up as well, doesn't it? And you know what, as much as the roof adds a lot of weight to the car, like I said, about 200 kilos, if I if I only wanted a convertible car, I think having a hard top above my head for them times that I've got the roof up, I think that'd be quite important for me. It's a great summer car, great winter car because it's a four-wheel drive, although I do find that a bit odd that anyone would want a four-wheel drive on this type of car, but I have driven it just up the road just now, and it does seem to, yeah, I think it's quite necessary, man. And if you tuned this car, the potential could be bloody massive. Imagine tuning it, and I think stage 1 tunes gets you about 25% increase and brings the torque up to, I can't even remember the figures, but over 600 pounds-feet of torque. So what we'll do is, I've actually literally just bought this car. Obviously I just showed you a little scene there of my friend John's clothing. Lovely little unit he's got. But what we'll do, yeah, we'll jump in it. I've got to take this car to Binker now, so we'll do the journey to Binker and we'll talk a bit more about this car. Right, sorted, let's go, man. Right, it's took me all morning to film this video. I was just saying, I bumped into them lads over there. They were all taking photos of their cars. And they were a proper sound bunch of lads. And an interesting thing that they had to talk about, because we were standing there chatting for ages about cars, was they're all like below 20 years old. SD card error, let me just quickly sort this out. Yeah, they're all below 20 years old, and they were just saying how much of a nightmare insurance is. And obviously a lot of the cars that I get on my channel are cars that I suppose people that, oh, this is a pain in the ass, don't have to consider insurance. And I need to get like a little 1 litre or something on my channel. Like one lad had a 1.4 turbo Corsa, 150 brake horsepower. That's his second car. And the other guy had a 1 litre EcoBoost Fiesta. Both good choices of cars. And yeah, they're just saying about how expensive insurance is. So yeah, let me know, because I know a lot of people always comment saying, I do not have my insurance, is a nightmare, it's a problem. It's so restricting as well, because, you know, that's sorted now. Obviously insurance, you can't drive a car without insurance. Well, I suppose you could, but I wouldn't recommend it. And you're really guided by your insurance premium, isn't you? If you can't get insured on a car, or you can't afford to get insured on a car, you can't buy it. It's a big factor. It's not going to work. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. I will definitely try and get that type of car on my channel. I do generally just film cars I buy, so I could borrow a car off someone, but I'd much rather go through the process of buying one and then let you know my thoughts of it after driving it for a bit. So yeah, let's get back to the 435D. So obviously I'm very familiar with this whole setup. Tonight the boys are still over there, look. See that, boys? Obviously I'm really familiar with this whole setup. It is very similar to my BMW M6. I say similar, I said this in the M4 when I went out on Ricky's M4. This is not quite as high quality as my M6, but it is still a really nice car. But do you know what? Let's do this, windows up, just get a bit of privacy on the go. Blatantly leaving the roof down, because, you know, when do I ever get a convertible on the channel? And this is just sick, man. This is actually sick. So rest park, by the way. So yeah, just I don't know what made me think to come down here. I just thought I'll just go for a little drive. I see all these people about, and I noticed a lot of people come here for a photo spot, and yeah, I thought, you know, let's go somewhere quiet. And I went up in that random corner up there, and yeah, started the video there. So nice spot, that's all I'm getting at. Not quite as quality as the M6, that's what I was saying, but it is still very nice. And they are, I think, bringing out the new 4 Series quite soon. It's looking like they're about to announce it anytime soon, so it'd be interesting if by the time this video goes live, there's a bit more talk about that. It has been about for a few years, but in my mind, it feels like it's quite a new thing still, the whole 4 Series thing, because there was never such thing as a 4 Series, was there? The 4 Series was it replaced, or it basically is the new BMW 3 Series 2-door coupes and convertibles, because it used to just be called a 3 Series coupe, didn't it? But it makes sense, I suppose, to give it a different series number. So yeah, the 4 Series is essentially just a 3 Series as a 2-door version. Yeah, look how nice it is today. Everyone's out, picnics, everything's getting slowly back to normal. Sun's out, guns aren't out because I ain't been to the gym. But I did manage to blag a t-shirt off of John, Stone Island t-shirt, which is amazing, and I'm going to show you how amazing this car is shortly. So I mentioned earlier about the torque figures that these produce from factory, and I just had a quick look. So 300 brake horsepower is about what they are from factory, right? And if you remap it, you're going to get close to 400 brake horsepower. This is what I mean about diesels. The potential or the tunability, what you can get out of a diesel with little effort is quite unbelievable. You can get close to I thought it was over 600 pounds-feet of torque, but whatever, close to 600 pounds-foot of torque with just a stage 1 remap. And I know full well that will feel absolutely crazy. Now, John, I won't go too fast. I can't go fast because I don't want to exceed any speed limits. John, the owner, said, Calvin, I reckon this might have been remapped. I actually don't think it has been remapped. I just think they're surprisingly quick in stock form. It just feels so impressive. Squeeze through this little gap. Thank you. It honestly, like, I've been daily driving the X6M, again, very similar interior, although the X6M's got the M Performance steering wheel. But yeah, you'd think a V8 bi-turbo petrol engine would feel really torquey. It does, but this has got so much low-end grunt. It feels so good. So what I'll do, what way are we going to go? I think we're going to go right here, head out of the village of Silsoe. Yeah, some good calf. This is honestly, I love a convertible, absolutely love a convertible. I don't know why I don't constantly have one in my life throughout the summertime, because it is, let me know your thoughts on convertibles. Obviously from a petrol head point of view, it ain't ideal, but it does, like I said about the weight issue, is this the right way? I think it is. The weight issue, 200 kg, that's a lot of weight, but if you want a little cruiser, you know, want to get your tunes on, give it large, let's just see what music. Ain't my tunes. Yeah, it's a nice experience, isn't it? That's all I'm getting at. So what I was going to say is a couple of years, well, as long as a couple of years ago, about a year or so ago, I had a BMW 340i on my channel. I rated that car, and I think people compare their top of the range 3 and 4 series BMWs to M3 and M4s. I don't think they can be compared. They're not quite on par. I know performance wise you can get a 435 Xdrive to match an M4. I don't doubt that, but an M4 is a different legal car. But my reason for saying that was because in that video I talked a lot about how it compares to an M3, because that was a really nice car. And my conclusion was it's a great alternative. It's still obviously a lot less money. I think they're about, are they half the price? I think these at the minute are about 20 grand-ish, and the 340i's, but whatever. They're a good alternative for quite a lot less money, but they're not on par or comparable, I would say. But the point I wanted to get to anyway was this car here has got flappy paddles, right? And it's connected to the 8-speed ZF gearbox. Pretty sure that might be quite similar to the one that's in my X6M. I wonder if it is. Great gearbox, by the way. We'll talk about that more in a sec. But paddles. This car is quite a well-spec car, and my 340i was also a very well-spec car. But that 340i didn't have paddles behind the steering wheel, and that car took a long time to sell it, and I think the reason for that was the fact that it didn't have them paddles. And although it is a bit of a cruiser maybe to some people, I think a lot of people buy this type of car, that type of car, because they're a bit of a driver. So yeah, look out for that if you're about to buy this type of car. Paddles are an absolute must, I would say. Obviously, again, because I'm used to driving the M6 and the X6M, I'm used to having M1 and M2 buttons on the steering wheel. We don't have that in this car. But we have got a sport button down here. If we stick it in Sport Plus, I think that does do a lot for the drive of the car. Honestly, diesels are a bit of an annoyance because they don't really deliver any sound, and I say that a lot in videos. Sound is definitely a big indicator, not really an indicator of how quick a car is, but when you're watching a video it's nice to hear a bit of noise, isn't it? And because that's all you can really feel. You've got vision and you've got sound, and sound is a big part of it. But diesels don't make a lot of noise obviously, but trust me, with this small amount of noise that this car is making, it is delivering a hell of a lot of power. Annoyingly, we're in a 30-mile-an-hour zone, but you know what? I'm just chilling. The infotainment system, let's quickly talk about that. The power delivery, we'll talk about that more in a sec. But yeah, that's a lot more modern. It is so much nicer, and because I'm so familiar with BMWs, it's not that I am a massive BMW fan, but it just seems like my channel is sort of overwhelmed with BMW content at the minute, which is mad. That's not a choice, it's just I'm just like a BMW magnet at the minute. But yeah, love all of this, really familiar with the whole setup in here, and yeah, it is a bit more modern than the M6. Picked the wrong road really to talk to you about. I think what we'll do is we'll just move forward a little bit to a bit more of an interesting road, yeah? So peaceful, this car. It's just like, it just hovers along and just makes no noise and just takes off. It's brilliant. Diesels generally, like the power band, really like the peak power band, and we talked about this in my 435D tuning video, I would say between sort of 2,000 and 4,000 revs. Past 4,000 revs, it kind of just falls off a little bit, but it's quite nice because it's so easy to drive a car within that rev range. The gearbox, let's go back to the subject of the gearbox. So 8-speed ZF gearbox, I think they chose to put a ZF in it because it's a bit stronger than a dual clutch gearbox, and obviously we've got the 4-wheel drive system, which probably puts a bit of strain on the whole drivetrain. But the way it's putting power down, the way we're flicking through gears, it's a fast gearbox. I kind of wish my M6 had this gearbox. I say that because we won't talk about that in a minute, because we're talking about that in the next M6 video that I do. But yeah, it's just yeah, really good package. 4-wheel drive, I love the idea it's 4-wheel drive, but I do talk about it a lot. I love a bit of give in the rear wheels because it kind of yeah, just makes the car a bit more playful, doesn't it? One thing I would say is I noticed with the X6M, the RS6 I talked about a lot as well, that was terrible for this. There was a lot of front wheel torque steer on the RS6. The X6M's a lot better, but you can still feel it. Obviously being a 4-wheel drive, it sends in a lot of power to them front wheels, and it's not really what you want to feel as a driver. When you want to have a bit of fun in your car, you want your steering wheel to be for the steering of the car, of course, and then the rear wheels for the driving of the car. And when you're trying to include the front wheels into the driving equation, I just think it's a difficult task getting that right. But saying that, this car does seem to do it quite well. Obviously we haven't got shed loads of power, but we've got a lot of torque. I'm sort of on and off the throttle deliberately, by the way, just to get a feel for myself for how it's delivering power. And there is no torque coming through that steering wheel whatsoever. So yeah, it's an impressive thing. It's got this little road here. I am on my way to Bincar. I've just bought this car to sell it. I don't plan on keeping it, although I will be getting some good use out of it, I think, over the next few days, because the weather's unbelievable. And I'd love to take Kai out in a convertible, because he ain't been out in one for ages. And with the way the weather is at the minute, I think I might be hanging on to it for quite a while. So, overall summary really is, this particular car, obviously it's got the M Performance kit on it, which I really like. It's a really good looking car. Obviously the M4's got the slightly flared arches. I talk about arches a lot in videos. I love a car with meaty arches, but this car is a good lower budget alternative to a BMW M4. And if you want to get a convertible, man, I love convertible. And if you don't care about weight, definitely get a convertible. I think they're a brilliant thing. And this car, you can put the roof up, you've got a solid roof above your head, and for the times that you don't have your roof down, you've got a proper, it will still feel like a good solid rigid sports coupe, I would say. It won't feel quite as rigid as the coupe, of course, but you'll have a solid roof above your head, so that's quite good. So it looks good, it's got all the nice stuff on it, good spec. Love the idea of these heater scarf things. I won't be trying them out today, but Do you know what? That's a nice feature. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, I'm starving. It's 1:30. I'm very structured with my eating generally, and I've not had lunch yet. That's late for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some lunch, get to Binker, get this car up for sale, and end the video. But I was going to say quickly before we go, we're doing a competition. Nothing in it for me. I've spoke to John, the clothing guy. I said, John, I'll buy a car for you. We'll get a deal agreed. I'll give you a bit of exposure for your clothing. In return, all I want is for you to give something to my followers. So what he said is, Calvin, I've got these navy blue Stone Island jumpers. I'm happy to give you one of them to give to one of your followers. So a competition is now live on Planet of Dreams for you lot, to give you lot the chance to win one of them Stone Island jumpers. All right, so head over to planetofdreams.co.uk, enter the competition, and I'll pull the name out for the draw using Google's random number generator next Friday. All right, it's a free competition, great opportunity to win something for nothing. And yeah, if you want to get any clothing, check out John's website. I'll put his links in the description below as well. All right, so gonna end it there. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you liked the video. Say that all the time, don't I? I do genuinely hope you enjoyed this video. Very interesting thing to get on my channel. Drives nice, puts power down well, great all-rounder, very good car for, it is a lot of money, but not a crazy amount of money, all right? So yeah, definitely hit the like button if you liked it. Hit subscribe if you're new to my channel for a new video every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 o'clock. And give me a follow on Instagram as well, at Calvin's Car Diary. And I'll see you in the next video, all right? Bye. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, we spend a day at VRS and we attempt to get more power out of my M6.